What's up, wrestling fans? This is Discuss TNA Impact Wrestling or some shit. Been kind of confused lately. Is it TNA Wrestling Impact or TNA Impact Wrestling? Because that's the name of the show now, and it's TNA, whatever. This is, I'm JaySin. I'm here with Gary, the Horror King, once again, like always. I would like to say there's a lot going on this week, but not so much. I've kind of been talking shit for a few weeks, and I'd like this to be more of a positive episode. There will be some shit talking, of course, because I'm just me and I can't stop it sometimes, but there's a lot of things. Well, there's some things I haven't been focusing on enough, like Kazarian and Macklin, who have been absolutely fantastic. Two of the most fun characters to watch in wrestling right now. And also, this was the week where I watched one of the worst and most painful segments maybe ever. Gary, what'd you think? Ash by Elegance. We learned more about her, but did we?
Yeah, well, before we went to air here, I was saying it's probably one of the worst segments, probably since the Claire Lynch stuff with AJ Styles. So whoever was responsible for that this week, I don't know. You might want to sit on the bench for a while for that one.
Yeah. What in this? And I was actually going to say it wasn't that bad, but it's 9 minutes and 10 seconds long, and I actually uploaded all 9 minutes and 10 seconds on YouTube. I mean, it's a taped show, you guys. You can cut shit when it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, but it probably took longer to set up all the in-ring stuff than the segment was even worth doing. You know,
I don't know Gabby Laspisa, but I was like, okay, I heard a bunch of stuff. She's from Busted Open. Didn't mention Busted Open. She's like, hi, I'm Gabby Laspisa. I'm a podcaster. I'm like, holy shit. This is it felt like a low point. Like, has there ever been someone lower than, all due respect to this girl. She's a podcaster. Congratulations for getting there. But has there ever been someone that low in the wrestling business on television for TNA? You know what I mean?
I do remember, not for TNA, but I do remember a lot of heat coming down on Mike Adamle up north in the WWE when he was supposed to be this high touting kind of comment. And he basically fell flat on his face.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll take Adamle over Laspisa. I don't know. To be fair, she was working with some terrible fucking with Ash and this whole thing with creepy ass what's his name. But we'll get back to that because something incredibly interesting did come up, which I should have mentioned earlier. TNA. Okay, this is about AEW, so I'm gonna piss off some AEW fans here. Big fan of that. Listen, I watch AEW every week. I say it all the time in our Facebook group. Just another pro wrestling fucking nope. I don't know. Just another whatever. I don't know. I can't think of the name of the group. Whatever it is. So I say it all the time. Like, I watch AEW every fucking week. I watch it sometimes more. I'll skip TNA sometimes because, I don't know, it's just like a timing thing. There must be something else on Thursday that I can't think of at the moment, but whatever. Also, it's on TNT. I have TNT. It's kind of it's that simple. You know, sometimes streams will go down or whatever. So
a lot more accessible to a lot of times.
Yeah, but even with all that, with all the accessibility in the world, now I don't know if Spike was bigger than TBS or TNT. Doesn't really matter because I was watching. Sorry, let me pull it up. Eric Bischoff and Conrad Thompson. And if you don't know Conrad Thompson, he is. I absolutely love this. I think it's a great show, 83 Weeks, because Bischoff is like, I don't want to say he's an AEW hater. He just talks facts, man. They did a great segment this week where, like, people were talking about, like, you know, he's a hater, but everyone was asking him these questions. You know what I mean? Like, because he's Eric Bischoff, the only fucking person in the world to beat WWE, and he did it for 83 weeks. AEW hasn't done it once. TNA couldn't do it. Okay, but. So on a recent episode, Eric Bischoff and Conrad were talking about AEW and the fact that I think Dave Meltzer finally said they're not profitable. They've never been profitable other than a few months. So Dave Meltzer has also been saying throughout the years that TNA was never profitable. And that's where Conrad popped in. And Gary, do you know Conrad at all? Do you ever listen to any of these?
Yeah, I'm a little familiar with him. I've noticed he kind of like does the co-hosting with.
He co-hosts like a bunch of shows. Yeah, I'm not sure how many, but I mean, I'm sure this is the best one. Like, this is a top-rated show. It's just they have such a good thing because he's like the defender. You know what I mean? Like, he says he's like, listen, I love AEW. He's like, you know, I am what I am. He's like the positive fucking guy, but He's also honest, and he's like, listen, okay, so that's it. He has a podcast with Jeff Jarrett, or he did. And, I mean, I could play it in the background right now. I don't think people are going to hear it because it's not going to be loud enough, but... Okay, so... He has a podcast with Jeff Jarrett, and he says, why does Meltzer say that? I saw the books, and I was talking to Toby Keith. Blah, blah, blah. Toby Keith, remember that? Remember Toby Keith was gonna buy TNA with fucking Jeff Jarrett?
Oh,
you
yeah.
Think Toby fucking... Does anyone think... Listen, I don't know much about Toby Keith, except he's fucking rich.
Yeah, he was very prominent early on for TNA because like he had a program, I believe, possibly with Scott Hall, I believe.
Yeah, I mean the guy's he's a huge country singer. I'm sure he's worth God knows what. But point is, he wanted to buy TNA with Jeff, so they had to go through the books and everything. And Conrad was talking about this. He's like, I don't know if you said Jeff showed me the books or whatever, but Conrad was 1,000% believing TNA was they were very profitable at a point. AEW has never been profitable at a point. I mean, that's crazy. I can't believe that.
Well,
Barry, quick thoughts?
Other
than your smile, which I could hear from over here?
Well, to be fair, in AEW's part, though, the asking price is quite a bit more different now than, say, back then. Like...
What do you mean asking price?
I feel like people are, like, wrestlers are, like... I think they're worth a lot more than what they truly are sometimes, and that's not a knock on any wrestler in particular. It's just like I feel like the business has gotten more egocentric now.
I don't know if you remember, I'm sure TNA did house shows at one point.
Oh yeah, I actually
AEW's not doing house shows. They don't do them. That's crazy to me. WWE has shows every fucking day of the week. I'm not gonna go through this whole thing, but I was listening to a breakdown, right, of AEW ticket sales. And I know this isn't TNA related, but whatever, fuck you. It's knowledge that I have from last night that I listened to. And I'm like 95% sure. If I'm wrong, fuck you. They went by WrestleTix. What's his name? Fucking Thurston Howell III.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So they went so a fan just put together all of his shit. I'm pretty sure it was on the Cornette show. And I don't think he would they were both talking about it. And he's like, we sure this fan's legit. And Cornette was like, listen, he put together, all he did was put together all of this guy's information. And it turns out, I'm not sure how long it was, I forget. I think it was just for 2024. 15% of tickets have been sold for the venues they're going to. 85% of their venues are empty. Isn't that insane?
Yeah, well, it really astonishes me that you said they're not doing live events either, because
So that's what I mean. So they're just putting on this one fucking show a week, or two. Sorry, two. It's Dynamite, and then they'll have a Collision and Rampage taping.
And then with like Tony Khan going out there, we're number 2, and I'm like, yeah, but that's a huge gap between number 2 and number 1.
It's not even close. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's like saying we're number. It's like to be fair to them, it's like saying we're number 2 to Fightful's weekly show. There are a lot of people listen to them, and they're Fightful. They probably got a zillion fucking viewers, but guess what? I'm pretty sure we're still number 2. It doesn't mean anything compared to. They probably have zillions of more listeners, but that's kind of the situation. I'm pretty sure that's it's not even. It's like they're in different worlds. Like one of them is a touring company. One's a television show that's failing. WWE is look at everything WWE is doing lately, and they made a great point that what is everybody talking about this weekend? Fucking Backlash. Like a pointless WWE show that was airing in France at noon. Yeah. People talking about that more. Seriously, what have you seen more people talking about, that or the AEW fucking angles with Tony and whatever?
Well, and the thing is, Jay, I think what's happened with AEW, they think because a lot of these talents that they kind of put on the forefront are indie darlings, and they're big on the indie scene, that they're going to make, that's going to make them ready for prime time. And I think the fans were kind of speaking out and saying, they're not, they're little fish in a big friggin' pond.
And I watch the show every week, and it's just incredible how it's fallen slowly, stars missing. I mean, MJF was the fucking man. Now he's off the fucking roster page or something. Like, I don't find anything interesting. And I watched every hour of this week because I know a guy who has a website that streams certain things, let me say, at alldistractions.com. So I kind of had it in the background. I was watching literally everything. I don't know. I've been trying to quit smoking cigarettes, so my brain is all fucked up. So I watched literally 3 hours of AEW this week. So apologies, Impact fans, TNA. We'll get back to TNA now. So if you missed it, Allie posted a story on Instagram in her Demon Bunny gear. And that's got to mean something, no?
No, I definitely think there's something brewing there. I do know there was mention of her quite a few months back, but I do know she is very highly like a big fan of horror movies and whatnot, and I do know she was doing some things for Full Moon Pictures a while back, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe she was thinking about delving into the acting side of her career. I don't know, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, she did act, so maybe taking a break from that, and she's gonna be popping around. Like, I don't know. It would be cool. It would be great to see. I mean, she could literally save Rosemary's fledgling career. Once probably the coolest fucking character ever is now coming out to crickets. Absolutely amazing. That's what years of shit booking under Scott did. And that's what it did to the entire Knockouts roster, which is why we're watching 10-minute segments trying to figure out what Ash by Elegance's name is. Because they don't have knockouts. Why?
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it has to be. I mean, I don't know. Is it because I hate Scott? Or do you think there has to be some kind of connection between they can't get fucking women to sign there anymore? And Scott recently left and no one knows why. I have a lot of strong theories about Giselle, who didn't leave because you can't fire someone over that. That would be sexual harassment, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't that put the nail in the fucking...
I kind of feel like we can kind of blame segments like this past week on Scott because, like, he let the knockouts get so
totally.
big, you know. And if we're gonna have to deal with stuff like this,
and who signed her?
Somebody's gonna have to answer for this.
Who signed? You know? Who signed Ash?
I would gather. Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, one of the worst signings probably in years. And I hate to say that because she's beautiful. That's all I got. I mean, she's in great shape. I mean, decent talker. She wasn't terrible there. It was just so fucking long, and listen to what they're talking about. What's your actual name? Is your first name Ash? Your last name Elegance? That's the kind of shit me and Gary are talking about on here as a joke. We wouldn't have made a 10-minute segment out of it. You put this shit in the back, and you make it a 30-second joke. Maybe each week people laugh about her name or something, and then she fucking snaps. Which I think she's already kind of adding to her thing that she snaps. That's at least something.
Yeah, and here on the channel, we've had her on our thumbs several times. So it's nothing against her whatsoever. It's just, what are they doing? What are they doing with her? Where is it going to head to?
I mean, we had ideas like she could have been a valet to start, and I don't know. I think she could have been a nice girl to start that just snapped, like this hot, nice girl, and whatever. It can't get worse. Either she's going to get off TV, or it's going to get better. But they did announce she will be facing Zia Brookside next week again. And hang on one second. Ready? Oh, sorry. Thank you, Drama King. Again. Yeah. That was once I saw it. That was my exact thought. I feel like they've wrestled 15 times this month. And and when you have the same two people wrestle every week, it's like showing even more that there's no knockouts.
Oh, you know I mean? It just like, really...
Jesus Christ, have one of them wrestle Jody one week. Have one of them wrestle fucking Danny one week. Like, something weird is happening. I don't know. Something very weird is happening with the knockouts, or happened, or... Like, I don't know. I mean, look at the matches, man. Look at the contenders. You know who the last three contenders for Jordan have been? Maybe four if you count Steph DeLander twice. I'm not sure. Steph DeLander.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know the last girl's name. Yuki Yashima Zuka Lakapa, something like that.
Than we thought.
Great match. No idea her name.
Yeah.
won't remember it because she was just brought into one fucking random match. And you know who the next one is? Marty Bell.
Really?
Marty. Fucking, I don't know if, I mean, they announced a match for the upcoming tapings. That's not a spoiler. But Marty Bell.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
all due respect, like, what's happening? This used to be the greatest division always. This is who George is facing. Marty Bell after facing fucking Steph DeLander and a Japanese girl that nobody heard. You know, a lot of people don't know of.
Yeah, well, I don't know why we didn't try to book Allison Kay. It would have been a little bit more like
That's what I'm saying. Something must be wrong that they can't. Like, they have to be looking to sign women, and they can't. I don't know why. I think it has to do with it. I don't know. I feel like it has to do with Scott. Maybe that fact that Giselle is there, and they know what are they gonna do with Giselle now. I feel like she has to get pushed after this. Maybe they have to make her champion. Maybe that was part of the fucking deal. Like, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. She
might have said, "Yeah, I'll shut the fuck up. Make me fucking champion. But double my salary." You know what I mean? Who said that didn't happen?
Yeah, well, they hinted at a program, I think, kind of like about the time when Scott was about to be.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
They kind of like were hinting at Gail was going to take her under her wing, but then she kind of kept having this attitude with Gail backstage, and I thought that would be the end of it, but it appears like it's exactly the opposite.
Yeah, no, face turn. Yeah. I mean,
with that vignette that they did.
Oh, first, yeah, I think I sent you that because you're like a film person, and I thought that was so bad. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of movies recently, and it was like, I don't know. It was like a minute. It felt like a minute to me, and like I kept watching. I watched it over and over, and I'm like, they could have cut this. They could have cut this. They could have cut this. Like, they're just showing like the sky. It started off like I thought it was like a horror segment. You know what I mean? And then it was nothing like that at all.
Well, I kind of thought at first when you had sent me that over on Instant Messenger about that, I thought the minute I saw the segment, I was like, "Oh, this must be when he's talking about Giselle gets out."
Yeah, like, it was just like oddly directed. I don't know. You know better. Was it the direction?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know they were trying to kind of conceal her Gail getting out of the car, but like I don't know, it just felt like it was.
I mean, why? Just like even that, why? You know? Why not show Gail's in the car?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was a really weird fucking thing. Like, what are fans supposed to do? Also, I mean, I don't care what anyone says. She doesn't have a lot of fans. It is what it is. Listen to the crowd when she comes out. This is not going to work. A face turn is not. That's the last thing in the world. Maybe a psycho heel turn would have worked.
Well, and then the part where they reveal who it is she's like, kind of like in thought. She looks like she's kind of
like the fucking Incredible Hulk ending. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
When Ed Norton looks at the fucking camera.
Yeah, I don't know. It just was really. It didn't really do anything.
I'm just curious. Was anyone out there like? Did anyone do a fist bump? Like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, like people, I mean,
maybe 10 fans in the world. Like, there's a lot of. Like, if that was like, imagine that was Tessa Blanchard.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! Yeah.
I would have done a fist bump. I would have literally done a like Tessa. Yeah. Or like you just Gail. All you see is we need you, and you just see Tessa's head come up. Holy boom! Oh man, fuck! No, I really wish they had that. God damn it! Again, I really think they had. I really think they had to deal with Tessa, and it didn't work out. I mean, it makes so much sense. Like, it makes so much sense. Going back to Under Siege, where nobody. You know what I mean? They had no one for Jordan. And now, look, again, they have no one for Jordan for like a month. I bet they had it planned out. Like we were saying, Tessa could friggin' handle Jordan for 6 fucking months. They can have that go on. It's so good. I don't know. I've never been like so down on the knockouts. I mean, I know the only way to fix it is getting rid of the goddamn tag.
Well,
they're not going to do that.
At first, I didn't truly notice what you were saying right off the bat because I was like, well, you know, it's a little preliminary right now. I would see how things are going, and then it's just like every month and every set of tapings and every live special we got like random matches for Jordan, and you know we need to give that a bit more of a prominency in terms of wrestling in the wrestling world. Is the TNA Knockouts Championship has become a shell of his former self.
Seriously, I mean, Jordan is awesome. She doesn't know what to fucking wrestle though. No one to wrestle.
Yeah, she don't even need that title to be considered great. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I made a joke like they should consider dropping it and just letting her go for the men's because there's nobody left for her to fucking beat. They need like fun. I get mad when I think about this because I know there's a bunch of good knockouts, but they're in the tag division, and then there's like 3 singles.
I think they're going to have to make a choice how much more they want to invest in the knockouts title versus the tag team division. Because honestly, I think you just want to throw those titles.
They're totally leaning towards the tag division. Like everyone can see it. How many fucking tag teams are there right now? The System. What's his name?
It's kind of like
Decay, the team that they just beat. That's 6 fucking knockouts at least.
Kind of, I'm going to put here in a little bit of an example. It's kind of like being in Grasshopper Baseball League, and you got 3 teams, and you're the champion. You're the champion every year because you're better than the other 2 teams every year. It's
right. This is what happens when I let Gary go crazy. He starts talking about things no one knows what the hell they are, like Grapefruit Football League. Now you're going to have to explain that, Gary. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, Grasshopper League?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a division or league before Little League. It's kind of like a little bit of.
Okay. Okay, sorry. I played Little League. Loved it.
Whatever.
Yeah. Gotcha. Sorry. Okay. Didn't know that was a name. Must be an upstate kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Quick question time. Do you see Valentina Feroz debuting in TNA? She might be a good fit for the knockout division. My boy Robles, who goddamn genius, and yeah, definitely. She's attractive. She's 28. She came from the Performance Center. I feel like she's already better than Marty Bell, and I know nothing about her. And again, I don't dislike Marty Bell. I just feel like she's like the most mid wrestler in the world.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's also a big plus that she comes from the Performance Center because they're already ready for TV. Because they're used to being exposed every week.
Yeah. Got to quickly mention Alex Shelley explained why he had to talk TNA employees off a ledge after Scott D'Amore's firing. It was very sad, Shelley said. The sense of loss was quite strong. The other time I had experience in, but now many other people did. There were a handful of us who had been through this situation when the bookers change. It's scary if you've not been through it because you don't know if your livelihood is going to be taken from you. That's interesting. I think I had to talk a lot of people off a ledge. I was happy to do that because that's what you do for your brothers and sisters. That's what you do when you're part of a team, and I think everyone's done really well. So good job, Alex Shelley, even though you're gone now. Probably going to be a jobber in AEW in a few months. Hope not. Hope not. I hope they treat them well. We'll see. Even if they go there, maybe not.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
I keep saying it. I wouldn't be shocked if they come back again. Like, I don't know. Whatever, we'll see. But even if, I don't know. Also them leaving, I feel like maybe it's all connected.
I think it was
instead. I don't know.
The writing was on the wall for them to leave eventually anyway, because now they both have been world champions in TNA as well as multi-time.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, they did literally everything possible.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to the review. Probably some other things will pop up in the meantime, but System Celebration, loved it. Only part of the show I loved. I think we talked about this like a bunch of times. Like, why aren't they getting a goddamn celebration? But I guess it was because they were waiting. I guess they actually wrote this whole thing out. You know what I mean? They were waiting for Alicia to get the title.
Oh, yeah. And I, too, had a really good moment in this episode with Santana having a sit-down with Matthew Raywalt.
It was really good.
Tom Hannafan, very heartfelt segment. And another good positive part of this episode, but
it was good. I feel like it was a little buried in the episode. I don't know if that makes sense, but
yeah, it definitely was. It's you had to look for it,
I don't know how you don't bury a thing like that, but I don't know. Like, they didn't really focus on it. Like, they didn't make it like I don't think there was a graphic for it. Like, I don't know. Like, if you want him to be that big of a deal, like, you got to make it like he's that big of a deal, and like they're just not doing it well enough yet. But
I totally thought they kind of just misplaced it. Yeah.
Also, kind of weird. I like Ryan
very
Nemeth.
Well done. Very.
Like, what do you think about Ryan Nemeth?
Yeah,
I feel like he's just sliding in for Dolph, and I don't really care about the difference, which is so weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely thought pretty good moment. I didn't know, I didn't really. I don't think I've ever actually seen him in a squared circle. I think I've, seen him like
Yeah, I
ringside,
think I told
maybe.
you he's like an AEW dude.
Yeah, totally unique look. I mean, kind of like a short-haired Mr. Perfect kind of thing going on.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, had a very good look. And they had the cheerleaders there from the Flames. Oh shit! Also want to mention. Oh, that's right.
Oh, was that who they were?
Also want to mention some goddamn idiot who I forget his name on Twitter shitting on the Cincinnati Reds.
Mike Gilbert,
who happened to take time out of their Major League Baseball schedule, where people actually make tons of money in profit because of all different things like video games and gambling and just, I mean, it's baseball. This is TNA.
Yeah.
No one should be saying like, oh, fuck. He was talking like it was a downgrade that TNA had to work with the Cincinnati fucking Reds in baseball. Like,
yeah. I mean, especially the historical prominence of the Cincinnati Reds. I believe they are the oldest baseball team in all of baseball, I believe, too, as well.
Even if it was the worst team, even if it was Miami.
Yeah, exactly.
Major League fucking baseball team. Like they got.
Yeah. And I mean, I want to kind of come at Mike here. What he said, I was kind of stupid too, because it's like, you do know the Reds are in a rebuilding year right now. They've been in a rebuilding year probably the last decade.
They're the fucking Reds. I mean, what do you think has more fans? The Reds or TNA?
Yeah, the not just Cincinnati Reds, but the Bengals too. Like, they have never really been prominent in sports either, other than a couple of years.
But I mean, still, like, baseball's a worldwide fucking thing. Like, even being the worst at something, and Cincinnati's not the worst.
Well,
it makes you bad. There's stupid fans that are say things like that.
Well,
and it's just like,
well, the thing
do you want to grow or not? If you want to grow, you work with fucking baseball team. If you don't want to grow, you have shows on baseball fields like fucking Jeff Jarrett did.
Well, I think the reason why it came into fruition to begin with, Jay, is because the Cincinnati Reds play across the pond from where the next set of against all odds.
Still, I'm sure the Reds could have said, "Fuck you, we don't know who you are."
Yeah, they definitely could. Yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying, man. Yeah,
like, I don't mean it in a mean way, but like,
no,
definitely. Cool. Is this the one with Cena? No. Oh, the one with Jericho? No. Whatever. Okay, so love the opening match, even though FBI was in it. I kind of like these dudes. I don't want to. Like, I don't know. I thought the old guy would be wrestling.
Yeah, that's good.
I thought the old dude would be wrestling. So I was totally off on these guys. He's just the manager, which it's great. It brings them together.
Yeah.
What's his name said that? I think Thompson might have mentioned that. Like, it kind of,
Yeah, I kind of like this. I mean, I know they haven't really, shown any really threat at being a top team, but I like that they have, the name is very recognizable, of course. ECW Day.
They get little pops.
Yeah, and it just seems good to have a new tag team that, you can be booked either way, heel or, faces. And I'm sure there'll be heels at some point,
Yeah, it could be jobbers for a little, then, they can have a little story, how they're getting better.
I wouldn't mind seeing a program with them in the good hands.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch. I mean, geez, it is, good hands, our boys. First Class got the win. Absolutely love everything about what both of these guys are doing, AJ and Swan. AJ more so, because I just didn't know anything about this dude, and I feel like he's carrying Swan, even though Swan's like, carrying him in the ring.
Yeah, I like how he calls him Rich Homie Swan. Homie Swan. It's just kind of unique, just because you don't normally hear slang stuff too much in wrestling, unless WWE tries, and that comes off as racist,
Yeah, I gotta read this from Christian. Jake something confronted Santino backstage. That was his point, and the Rask was interrupted, and Coney came in. So Christian writes, easy way to set up a match. Diener is slowly getting over as this corny face who only does what the people want. It's so true. Like, they made a character that's almost unbelievable. It's kind of, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
what do you guys want? What do you guys want? You can't fool them.
when I first seen him come on the scene, I was like I kept thinking to myself, I was gonna like hate the guy right off the
same
bat
here.
because I think
this isn't gonna work. We've seen too much.
Yeah, that rapper kind of bad rapper kind of guy, like heelish rapper, like I don't know, it's kind of sometimes is outplayed a lot, and he come in and like it isn't just his demeanor, but his character has been like off the charts in terms of like his exchanges with Joe Hendry like have been like spot on, like they kept me entertained, and that's all I ask for in a wrestling program.
Yeah, I always liked the dude. I put him over for a long time. He does a crazy amount of charity, which people should look into. He's like a really good dude in real life, Diener. And so he's back with Jake for now. And then there's Soundcheck returned. Nice to see. Alan Angels. He was late. Khan was mad. This was mostly about Angels saying that Delander and Khan were hooking up, right?
Yeah. She downplayed that like right off the bat. You could tell she was a little ticked off. I mean, that's probably what they had her say, but you could tell there's totally no chemistry between the two, and it seemed like it just agitated Khan even more with him saying that.
What do you think about Khan overall?
I think he's
keep him or drop him.
I mean, we do need that big guy, but I don't know. It seems no matter what they do with him,
I feel like he's like a little fake PCO.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with him. I'm kind of like, maybe let him finish out the year and then kind of like retool him or let him go.
Tag team. Yeah. Hire his partner. What that other dude's name was?
Oh yeah, the guy that kind of looks like the dude from Lord of the Rings. There,
get one of them.
Somebody. Whatever, you kind of look like him as look.
We'll throw one of Reno Scum in there and just pretend they're the same guy, the little Reno Scum guy. All right, so Jake and Cody lost to the Rascals. Not a bad match. That would be worse because it's Cody. This was 12 minutes according to Thompson, who I always believe, and a little long for a Cody Diener match, but whatever, not bad. And this was something snapped, or am I?
What's that?
Was that a spoiler?
Oh, I think what it was Jake something. It was they were kind of like he's been on the short end of the stick. No, I don't think he blew. I can't remember if he blew up this week. I think that might be incoming this week.
That might be next week, people.
So but I
didn't hear that.
You could totally tell though it's at the boiling point for him though, because he keeps coming.
Diener took the loss here, so remember that.
Yeah, and I think that might be the stirring point for him to like turn like full heel this Thursday, being our last show.
But one thing I don't like is I feel like they do a lot of things too fast, like this. Like, why not have Diener and something be a tag team for a few months?
Oh yeah, like
you know what I mean? Like, they're not going to have something for something. They're not going to have something for something. You know what I mean? They're going to have something for Jake, in the main event anytime soon. So, like, just stick him somewhere, like, until he's ready. And I think he's great. He will be one day. But they got Moose, and they got fucking Dolph, and they got fucking.
I don't know if you noticed,
Ali. Like,
speaking of Diener, have you noticed that kind of the People's Choice thing is kind of catching on a little bit?
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. That's what I was meaning with the whole his character, like the People's Choice thing. Like, you can't boo it. Like, even I'm like kind of bored of Diener, and I was like, the first few weeks he came out, I was like, whatever. But like the People's Choice thing, it's fun. Like, and if you're there, you're gonna cheer like crazy. Like,
it's
a totally different thing if you've gone to it. If you're at a show and like people actually get you involved. Definitely. So the Rascals got. Sorry.
No, just I was gonna say that's the whole point of the game is like when these live specials or tapings. You want to interject the fans into the show to kind of, make them feel like they're
part of it. That's another thing I think Francis is good at. Like, he just begs for heat. And it works. People love that shit. Okay, so Macklin showed up and attacked the Rascals, which I absolutely love. Because the Rascals are heels. He doesn't give a shit. They fucked him over. I think he fucked them over first, and then they fucked him over.
Speaking of the Rascals, did you see? It was said that Myron Reed said he's not officially signed by TNA, so he's still a free agent.
Right. Great. More bad news from Gary. Damn it,
This-
Gary.
I just
Macklin revealed himself. Sorry.
I was going to say it squashes any hopes of anybody wanting a trifecta of rascals.
Well, that kind of goes with our why weren't they pushing them more when he showed up?
Yeah, that kind of explains with it.
So Macklin revealed himself as the one who took out Miguel at Under Siege, which I totally forgot about because Under Siege was a very forgettable show.
Yeah,
My boy Frank Kazarian. Sorry,
we even referred to it as a one night only presentation.
Yeah, totally. And I hate that it was like, what was it?
Yeah.
For 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and I don't want it to.
So that was early May or late April, and the next friggin' special is late June.
Because people are saying currently that's the path that they've been going with Explosion. Like they've been really weak as of late. Like they don't give a shit with the way the show kind of presents itself, kind of like random matches and just like not really the bigger stars on the main.
I think we've said this before. There was a company that was like this, called the Ring of Honor.
Yep.
When they were owned by Sinclair, who were kind of a similar business type as Anthem, and now Anthem's totally in control. I mean, I don't know. They do.
And they actually had more bets.
Oh yeah. I mean, they do. I mean, I love Macklin. Macklin's a blast. I love Francis. Like they do a lot of good things. I don't know if it's like a fucking hater, but
no.
The knockouts are just like, I just love the fucking knockouts, man, and they're just such shit right now. And
it's sad.
I don't know. And I feel like Macklin doesn't really have a thing. Like, is he just going to do this forever and never win a title or win matches? Or
see, this is where I think you need to get Macklin involved in the DMC. You need to get a championship on him. It gives him,
put Laredo Kid in the goddamn X division where he belongs.
Yeah.
Put Macklin with this stupid ass title that makes no sense because it doesn't matter. He can make it matter.
Yeah.
And totally agree.
Like, make it our version of like the Intercontinental title or something.
Yeah. And again, Laredo Kid just won this fucking title. Has he been on TV since?
No, I haven't. I mean, or even if they can't do like an Intercontinental, there's always a good chance you could come up with a Heritage title.
I mean, just change the name. Digital Media. I mean, it might have made sense 5 years ago when. Remember they were actually like Jordan was actually defending on the Indies, where it made sense that it was a Digital Media title because it was. I mean, you had to watch it on fucking Digital Media, but whatever. Here was your thing. You liked Hannafan and Santana.
Oh yeah, I really like that segment. Santana was kind of like breaking down how he, had battled demons with his alcohol, and along the way he lost his dad, who was the best in the world, and it was just really sad. I kind of felt for the dude, I
thought he would allude to LAX, but I guess. I mean, he mentioned LAX. I mean, not. I mean, I thought he would allude to Ortiz.
Yeah, they did mention Ortiz, and they did have a picture of the two. I guess back when in TNA, but
okay, so
he kind of felt like he was on a more of a singles path, if anything. So I don't know if we'll be seeing Ortiz anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be a
but
good.
Well done.
I feel like the only thing they're good at though right now is like, or their best thing is main eventers.
Yeah,
like Macklin is. I feel like Macklin's a main eventer, and he's just chilling like all the time. Josh is a goddamn main whenever he wants. Hammerstone's a main eventer. I feel like Santana just I don't know. I feel like he's gonna get lost. Again, great job by Thompson with quick, simple analysis. That was well done. I feel like doing it right after he returned would have been more effective, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Kind of explain who he is if you didn't watch AEW or or whatever.
Next is Soundcheck, which good God. Someone named this is again. I love when Christians we're on the same. Someone named Gabby Laspice was in the ring to interview Ash. I don't know who Gabby is. Like most of TNA celebrities that have appeared last week, celebrities in quotes. She's a podcaster. Iceman cut her off. They started talking about what the name Elegance meant, and this was a mess. They got into. This is what confused me. They showed Ash trying to get knuckles, right? Jeweled knuckles to use against Zia. And the ref took the knuckles. So these are knuckles, like brass knuckles, but they're jewels. So now they're having a match where the winner gets the jeweled knuckles
Really?
between Ash and Zia again. I feel like this is the
Oh, okay. I
700th
didn't hear
time they've
that
faced
part.
in the last month. Yeah.
And that's when Ray Walden said,
Your brain might have
this.
turned off. It was like 7 minutes into the segment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that could have been it. My brain shut off.
Thanks for them for remembering. Or thanks for Christian for remembering. Joe Hendry. We should have mentioned him earlier. That dude is fucking killing it. Holy shit. I thought he was joking at first. When he showed like his theme song was literally on the charts in the UK.
Yeah, I thought the same when I seen the story brick. I kind of thought like maybe they were kind of over, like over writing itself.
Now he's just doing victory laps on like all of on Instagram, which is great. Like he's showing all the places that he have literally written these like huge articles, like pro wrestler tops the charts, or like nears the top of the charts. So awesome for him, Jesus. And maybe they're doing a lot better in different countries.
Well, it'd be interesting to see Joe Hendry host a show, like a countdown show or some shit, like on their Access channel, like kind of like the top 10 kind of thing. I wouldn't mind.
Oh, yeah.
I think
also, Kazarian was on one of those recently.
Oh, was he? Okay,
yeah.
Well,
Access
they're
top
kind
10
of listening.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they're very cool. So I mean, they're doing. Maybe the writing on the shows haven't been that good again. I think we said like they need a wrestling guy. They never brought in a wrestling guy. They're just using Scott's backups.
Why not bring in that lady that does the top 10 show and let her conduct interviews? I'm sure she, has some experience. Why not? That could have been something they could have had her come in and do with Ash, because she's talking.
Well, what's the name said? Our boy Alan Schrage from the group said, "Why isn't Gia doing these interviews?" And I totally agree. I love Gia. Good God, she's so beautiful. She could be wrestling. She could be doing interviews. She's always promoting them on Instagram. Whatever. I mean, I feel like she's a I'd say better version of Alicia back in the day. When Alicia was just like not doing enough in the back, and we were like, "Yo, use Alicia," and now she's tag champ years later.
Yeah,
I can see her as she's a good wrestler on the indies. Like she legit wrestles on the indies. She has a great look. I mean, Jesus, they need knockouts. Why not?
And she's done it all. Like she's been doing commentary. She's done backstage interviews. She's been in.
Maybe they're thinking that, and that's why they're using these other people.
She's kind of like become the Josh Matthews for the female side of things,
Yeah,
like when he used
like a version that people don't hate.
Yeah, yeah.
Santino announced the Champions vs. Challenger 16-person tag match, which gotta agree, looks insane. Looks very cool. And I mentioned in the spoilers, I won't spoil anything here, but they did it so there's not 8 people on the ring at one time, which I think was really smart because that would have looked terrible on television. So whatever. I'm interested in that. This was weird. John Gresham. I still don't know if I love it or if I hate it. And where the hell did Will Ferrara come from? And can we keep him? At least I know him. Jesus.
Yeah, he came from ROH. He was a pretty. I mean, he wasn't. I wouldn't say he was a jobber, but I would definitely say he was kind of like middle. Like if there was an X division in ROH, he'd be kind of like in the middle of the pack.
Would you say he? What was that guy's name? VSK? Is that the right name? Was he Ring of Honor?
Yeah, he was too. Yeah, he was there for a while.
He was below VSK Ferrara.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, VSK was kind of more like a freelancer, I think, for ROH at the time. Like,
where are the goddamn Beer City Bruisers?
Tony
get them also.
Brian Malonis in Beer City Bruiser. Last time I knew where they were down in NWA in Tennessee.
Oh, wow. Tony didn't lock them up in his Ring of Honor.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind them as a tag team because they're pretty all right. They're not horrible.
Yeah. So Gresham, I don't know, man. I don't know about Gresham. I mean, again, he turned into his nickname, which is I just feel like it's super weird, and he's a great wrestler. So it's like, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I love parts of this character, and Gresham was a shitty character. So I don't know. It's early. How about that? It's very early.
But the dark side of the wrestling ring with me, I don't know. I kind of love it thus far, but I can see it also bombing what I don't know if you want to say the word essentially or what I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's a little weird,
Yeah.
the whole thing with the him making people legitimately sick,
Yeah.
which I don't think it happened in this match, but
Yeah. I totally could see this gimmick falling flat on its face too. Another LOL TNA.
yeah, it's a weird. It could be. Yeah, I see people loving it or hating it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we use it. I don't know if we use it as a graphic for this week, but the graphic that they had for this week was awesome. Like, he has an awesome mask. It's a great fucking look. Okay, so and then was the Giselle Shaw thing, which, again, I love going by someone else's words because it doesn't sound like I'm just a hater. Christian Shaw had an odd run in TNA. She lost a lot of matches and rarely won a big one. I'm gonna say never won a big one. She had about a billion
I
tag
think
team title matches and world title matches and never won one of them.
didn't she win an opportunity though? Like something
Okay,
was
yeah. She won a chance at a match,
probably
so that counts, I guess. Like, she won a number one contender match. Maybe she probably won multiple number one
that's
contender
about
matches,
it though.
to be fair. Mustafa Ali joined commentary for the main event. Fucking love this guy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, shocking. Totally shocking. Like, I love the character of Mustafa Ali. I never thought I would say that. I don't think he was like a character person. I was hoping he'd be an awesome wrestler, and he is, and I'm happy with that. But this
He's
guy's
totally loved by the TNA fan nation at all these live events and stuff too. I'm often hearing like his name being chanted, Ali. You know, you hear
everything about. He's a great wrestler. It's a fun fucking gimmick. I
huge
don't know. I don't know why you would hate. It's kind of, I don't know. Maybe he's not heel enough.
Kind of almost feel like he's kind of like our version of MJF. He's loved, secretly, and like people don't want to admit it, you know, because he's
like a little MJF. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Kind of has the outfits too.
Yeah.
And then we had Speedball Mountain versus ABC, which, I guess surprisingly, has the least amount of views on YouTube in terms of the TNA stuff this week. Which, I don't know. What do you think? Do we blame that all on weird-looking Seven?
I don't, Jay. I think a lot of it is people don't really know who Trent Seven is. Like you'd have to.
I agree. Yeah.
You know, I think you have to follow him probably early on. Like you'd probably have to be like maybe a UK fan. You know, somebody that's like probably older like me. You'd have to, you know, kind of delve into his history to kind of follow him. So, I mean, he's like doesn't really have
this is an AEW thing that they do a lot. And again, sure, I'm shitting on AEW a lot. I know TNA fans like that. It is what it is. But it's an AEW thing where, like, you have to know the indies or where they came from. And usually TNA doesn't do that. Usually they'll, like, introduce someone, like, the right way. And this guy was not introduced at all. He was, Trent Seven is here. And I was like, I had to look it up. Who's Trent Seven?
Especially the Anthem-owned product, because it's like, at least early on in TNA, you kind of got to know a lot of the Mexican wrestlers because they would kind of have joint shows, like the World Cup, and you kind of saw a lot of them early on, and then like they'd bring them back years later, and you kind of knew who they were. But like now with Trent Seven, I mean, he's there, but it feels like he's just a piece in a roster that we need pieces, but he's not going to move that needle.
And definitely keep him at the main event, at least until he gets in shape. God.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, he's good as like the monster wrestler in the group, but if you watch him like years ago, he was way more of like a guy who can do a lot more than that. And he was like, I don't know, 50 pounds less. I don't want to shit on a guy's weight, but I mean, he's not Sheamus, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't just come off an injury, as far as I know. So this is interesting. Matt Hardy crashing the system, right? The opening segment of the show, 172,000 views. Okay.
Oh yeah, I think I would have waited a hair bit longer to let him celebrate though a little bit more. I thought it kind of cut him off like before it really got to the meat of what they wanted to say. I mean, I kind of get that's what the whole point of this was.
Yeah.
But this is where I think I would have like given TNA the 5-10 minute overrun if they needed to, because I mean look at the views.
Or make this the main event.
Yeah.
So 172,000 views. Ready? That got more views than every other segment combined. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gresham poisons. Oh, I did. Yeah, he did poison the guy. Damn it. I wasn't sure if he poisoned this week or not. Okay.
Yeah, they kind of hinted that the referee got a little poisoned as well.
I do like his new move, though. I like his new move, the mandible claw.
Oh, yeah. Very Mick Foley-like with his kind of like a pinch thrown in with the octopus kind of thing going on. But I think that's going to...
It fits.
The referee thing is going to play in over to the tapings. We had mentioned last week.
Yeah.
The same ref got sick. So if you watched their show last week, it's kind of a...
But how about that? But how about that? That's the second most viewed thing, and it came out. That's the most recent thing to be posted. So that got 42,000. Macklin taking out the Rascals got 40,000.
Oh, wow.
Gabby Laspisa got 32,000, which...
Did you say 2,000?
32,000.
Oh,
and the thumbnail is both of the hot female wrestlers, so that's kind of amazing. And ABC and Spiegel Matin, 21,000.
Oh, wow.
That's 150,000 less than the opening segment. So people are really interested in the system, and I guess, fuck, Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
I think Matt Hardy's a draw.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know, maybe announce him for something else later in the night. But whatever. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I'm just talking about the friggin',
Oh yeah. I mean, if we could generate that 172,000 into viewership, I mean, you got something right there.
Yeah.
Get it over into the 100,000s, on access. It'd be good to see.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, he's beating their ratings. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty handily.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna go back and look at more, but we're getting late into this, so maybe next time. So Christian gave it a 6 out of 10. I didn't get to. Hang on, I'll pull up what's his name right now. For Against All Odds, well, it's definitely going to be Bailey's going to beat Trent Seven. That's the match that was set up for this show, right?
Yeah. Mentioned,
the winner of the tag team match got to face each other. So it's going to be Bailey and Seven, I guess, this week?
Oh, yeah. And I don't know if you saw Bailey. Apparently, he's a free agent at the end of the year.
Yeah, that worries me. Yeah.
Yeah, that does me too.
But, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say he's another guy who did everything, but, like, I mentioned it a bunch of times, man. By this time last year, he had about 5 matches of the year.
Yeah, I don't know why he hasn't been, brought up to face, like, Moose or something, kind of give him something,
Yeah. Sorry, just scrolling through. 7.5 from Hall. This show was in a weird place as there wasn't much at Under Siege, and yet they needed to get things going for the next show. The big tag match next week should be good, and I'm curious to see where it goes. Other than that, we had enough good action. Not bad.
Yeah, because what is it?
Wait, what's the big tag match next week?
Oh, okay. I did see that. Yeah, and then, like I said, we have the Kentucky tapings. I know they're.
Wait, what match are you talking about next week?
Huh?
What match are you talking about next week? Oh, the giant match. Oh.
Oh yeah, the 16.
Oh yeah,
the 700
billion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and it was mentioned that Josh is not part of it. So if anybody's a Josh hater, I know Jay's not big on him. He's not going to be in it because he's not been medically cleared. So that's the reason enough to keep him out of it, which I wish we had a better reason than that. But
okay, I just found something interesting, possibly, or weird. Rassle stats. RASSLE stats.
Oh.
TNA TV streaming year-to-date stats for the week ending 5/12. Win-losses stats remained muddy in the men's division, while Jordan Grace dominating the women's division. A few names continue to be absent from TNA TV. Huh.
I would think she's probably got the best win-loss percentage out of all the roster.
Yeah. Oh, days since last seen, Alpha Bravo 121. Champagne Singh. Okay, they're counting Champagne Singh and Shira and Killer Kelly and Giselle, who literally took off. So, I don't know. Maybe that's interesting. I'm not sure. Check it out if you want.
Speaking of that, where the hell's Dango been?
Shit, yeah.
I mean, you don't want Bravo on there, but I mean, we still like our.
Well, he was on like 3 weeks ago or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a weird rotation. They don't have a good rotation right now.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Random,
Again,
too.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the booking. Maybe they don't want to pay certain people to come to certain tapings. I don't know. Don't know what it is. But next week, they have that badass, what is it, fucking 17,000 on 17,000. What the hell is this? Devon Dudley. Hang on. TNA Wrestling News. Devon Dudley indicates a strong possibility of returning to TNA. This is from Danny the Man Parker with 311 followers. I like making fun of people's followers, but okay, this dude's posting some weird shit where he's just driving around in a car.
Oh, really? That dated for like 2024, though?
Okay, I thought I had a really weird, crazy Twitter account, and this person is just driving around and taping the out. Yeah, no, this is 2024. This is from May.
Just making
13th,
sure, because we've counted like on an article like that before, and like we look at like 2019,
yeah, May 13th. Yeah, no, this might have been.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm on. I thought I clicked on friggin' TNA. Okay. TNA Slammiversary. Did they announce something for this today?
Not today. I think it's been announced. They're going to be in Montreal, Quebec. I can't remember the venue, but I believe that's the first time.
Oh, here it is.
We're going to be there.
So what are they announcing? TNA Wrestling brings 20th Slammiversary. This is a press release today. Montreal, Quebec. All TNA champions will be defended. PCO and Speedball will begin action on back-to-back nights. Tickets to both shows go on sale May 25th.
I'm pretty sure that
they mentioned.
Yeah, they announced that at Under Siege, I believe, that they were going to be in.
Okay, I'm very quickly looking through the names they have mentioned here, and I don't see what the fuck's his name. Hammerstone.
Yeah, they're still mentioning something about being medically cleared. I don't know. I'm starting to think he might have had
like something weird happened.
Really bad concussion, maybe.
Oh yeah, that could be. Yeah.
And
okay,
I don't know.
I'm not sure what the hell TNA is announcing today, since we were doing the Slammiversary was a thing. Are they announcing when it is? Whatever. I guess just their first. Also, they're taping the night after Slammiversary. But we all usually know that, so whatever. Full details. Oh, they got a Montreal week coming, 20 to 25th. So enjoy, Montreal people.
Yeah, because I believe it's the first time we've been there. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you listen to this podcast tonight, but
yeah. Oh, photo gallery. There's also a photo gallery. TNA Wrestling, Cincinnati Reds. Pretty cool. And really quick, next week, Nemeth and Hardy versus Edwards and Myers. I don't know if that's the title. Actually, no, sorry, these are the tapings. I don't know what the hell's next week. Whatever. Okay, yeah, we already did the taping spoilers and all that, so.
Yeah, we did that.
They did recently just announce Jordan Grace versus Marty Bell, along with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 dudes. 11 dudes in 4 or 5 matches and 2 girls. So what the hell, knockouts? Please God, fix it. Whatever's going on, hire someone. Give Tessa Blanchard everything she wants.
I hate to say it, Jay, if it keeps up the way it is, we might have to start having a world title series by the middle of the year to kind of make up for the gap of not having the knockouts prevalent. Totally. We might have to do something like that.
I'd be cool with that. Go back to the world title series. All right, that's about it. We're going to finish in right under an hour today. Sorry, we went a bit long, but Gary has a problem where he just can't shut up sometimes.
Yeah, I definitely do.
All right, that's about it for us. Just checking. Your channel has lost. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Sorry, that's my other channel. That's the channel. It doesn't matter. Whew. Got in trouble because I posting some weird replies, I guess. Okay, everyone. Have a nice week, and we'll be back next time.
Catch you next week.